I am praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of growth divine. Here of salvation, purchase of God, born of His spirit, washed in His blood. This is my song, this is my song. Another community news has come today.
Today, let's carry on.
Wednesday, the 23rd of July. And this was a special community news.
Thank you.
Because yesterday, there was a law that was passed at the House of Commons in the UK Parliament.
Yes.
But for me, when a new law comes, we have to digest it for everybody to benefit. And now we have a legal practitioner here. One of our great women of our community. He is the savior, one of the savior to British law. As I said that because yesterday there was a savior to the English team called Michelle Ajiman.
I like that.
So Michelle Ajiman saved the England team. And today we have a young lady who has learned. I can call her a Portia in what is called the Sherlock and Portia. You know what? The Merchant of Venice.
Yes.
There was a man who was so cruel, and there was a young lawyer called Portia. You haven't read the story?
I've read the story. It's been a while ago.
So no, there was listen to me. There's a lawyer, a young lawyer called Portia, and this Sherlock was so wicked, and he lent somebody money, and he said if he failed to pay, he would take a pound of his flesh.
It's true.
And there was a delay, so the money didn't come, and it went to court, and the man was demanding, though you have got the money to pay the cruel Sherlock, and he said no. On the contract, you have to take a pound of flesh.
Of the flesh.
And this young lawyer, like the one sitting here, say, okay, after every litigation, if you are demanding the pound of flesh, you can now go on. He brought the cutlass to cut. And say it's not in the agreement. You can cut it. But if a drop
down, blood.
It goes against it. How can you cut somebody without blood? Then the man decided, no, I want my money. I said, no way. So we have our lawyer, solicitor, barrister, everybody.
Akua Kwapong.
Akua Kwapong.
Yeah.
I like the name because Akua was born on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm Kweku.
Oh, and nice. And my sister is Akua.
Yes, so
Akua
we are welcoming here. And for this part, the next 20 or 30 minutes, he's going to explain what about happening in the British legal system. Which the law was passed yesterday.
Yeah.
So, Akua, you are welcome to Omega TV.
Thank you.
Reminding you, Omega TV is being sponsored by Omega House Multimedia, and the address is 189 Wood Street, Watertown Lending, E173 NEU, and the telephone number is 07802 627 333. So you can go there and get everything done, brochures, souvenirs, everything. You'll be there and you'll be happy. And another sponsor is Reconciliation International. We are based on Broadwater Farm. So, Akua, please, you are welcome to Omega TV.
And maybe introduce yourself, where you practice, how long you've been, a little bit of your background before we dive in.
Okay, so my name's Akua. I'm from AKK Solicitors. I own my own law firm.
Amazing.
I've been practicing since 2016.
Listen, 2016.
But on paper, 2019, because you have to do your training and law school and everything. So I initially started in immigration, and now I own my own immigration law firm.
Amazing. So the beautiful lady you see here now, all right? She owns her own law firm. She's been practicing since 2016. You see, so she's you see as young as this, but this has been her career. This is her passion. This is what she's been doing, helping so many people in our community, not just in our community, but in United Kingdom here. So we are so blessed to have you in this studio, and especially with community news. And as you are aware, many people's ears are itching, and we've brought you in purposely today, which is the intro, because she's going to come again and again. We're going to take sessions of the immigration law and dive deeper into it. There's been a new law that has been passed, you see.
Initially started in immigration.
So, my father, yeah, we want everybody to know. So with that background, you know, can you open us up to the rules of this land, UK here, and even before you even come to the new laws that have come?
What you do and whatever.
Okay, then.
And the people that, maybe the areas that you look into.
Okay, so in terms of immigration, I cover all immigration, from skilled work visas to student visas to sponsorship license, leave outside the rules, 20 years if you've been inside the UK for 20 years on that basis, 10 years basis, EU settlement, working visas, which we'll touch in regards to the new, but we cover, even if you don't have a visa, we cover that to try and help you obtain your...
Great. Where is your office?
We're based in Canary Wharf.
Canary Wharf. I'll be coming there. I work in Canary Wharf.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, I'm there. I'm JP Morgan. So definitely afterwards, you know, I'll be meeting her for lunch. I'll be going there, and then, you know, that is really nice to know. So that's really great. It seems like you touch every aspect of our problem.
Yeah.
Or the problem that they are on my line, or the problem that people are really going through. But can you bring us into the new laws that was passed yesterday?
Okay.
In immigration laws.
So on the 22nd of July, initially there was something called the Immigration White Document, which proposed information in regards to the skilled work visa per se, but yesterday it was actually passed. Yeah. So in regards...
Talk about the skilled visas, because so many people are listening, and what we are doing now too is going to so many countries, and people are also, they want to run to UK.
Okay, then.
So just specify...
On the small boats.
that one's asylum matter.
It's asylum matter, isn't it? Thank you. If you specify what the skilled worker is, and then you come to that, so that
so let me explain. So the skilled work visa is a type of working visa. So people usually come into the UK on a working visa, but there's hierarchies under it. So you have the healthcare visa under the skills. So those two. So on the 22nd of July, which was yesterday, the government passed a law where under the healthcare visa, you can't come into the UK anymore. It's been stopped.
You are joking.
Yes, especially the healthcare visa. The reason being because when people were coming inside to the UK under the healthcare visa, employers are not giving people work. So there's a lot of people in the UK who the employers are abusing the system, and people are without work. So now the government decided it's not good for the people inside the UK as such, but now they're in the UK, they'll be able to regularize their stay.
Those who have come can
say, that one we know, but now it's just stopped. You see,
those coming in.
Yeah, those who are yet to come
solely for the healthcare visa.
Yes.
So you can still come inside the UK on the skilled work visa if it's not under care worker or senior care worker. You can't come under those roles, but you can still enter under other routes, job routes.
Wow, that's interesting, because many people came under that specific route.
Yes.
So what caused that? I mean, I'm just surprised. I know that they were talking about this. It's been an issue ongoing for a very long time, but I never ever thought that they are actually going to say enough is enough. Nobody comes in again under the health,
care visa.
Yes.
So, for example, say there's these so-called agents, as they call it. So a lot of people, when they come into the UK, they're paying money to come to the UK through the agents who are scrutinizing them. So when they come, the employers, they get their license revoked, or there's no actual employment. So they're in UK in problem, which will cause them not to have a visa. So it doesn't help people in UK. So now that's been stopped. The people actually inside the UK will now be able to regularize their stay. So for example, if you've been under the healthcare visa, you can still regularize your stay. because usually before this rule went into effect, there was the 60 days rule.
Yes.
So with that, once the Home Office finds out that you may not have an employer or they've stopped your visa, then the Home Office may issue you a 60 days letter. I mean, you have 60 days to leave the UK or make a new application. But a lot of people find it hard to get a job, so they're in this predicament that they'll be here without visa, or they may have to return home because of it. So these are the reasons as to why
they stop it.
Yes.
Very good. Wow.
So now, those who are here now, the 60 days still apply to them?
So some people, not if you receive a letter from the Home Office saying you have 60 days, then you can still regularize your stay. But what the Home Office are trying to do now, there's something called the displaced pool of workers. So if you're without a job because of this, or without employment because of this reason, then there's certain employers, if you're under the care route, for example, that you can look for them to employ you.
Okay.
Yes.
They call what?
Displaced pool workers, pool of workers.
Pool of workers.
So they have already
categorize them.
Yes.
That you can't meet the 60 days, so they have created another avenue for you.
That's separate to the 60 days. They're just, the displaced pool of workers is there if you're in this predicament. So before, the Home Office were harshly giving the 60 days letter, but more recently, a lot of people are not receiving it, meaning they're secretly giving you the chance to try and find a job.
Okay, that's good.
You know, the problem I think that is really going on is that, especially those who came on the skilled worker, where specifically, not the dependents, the dependents are allowed to do any other jobs. But you who came in as a skilled worker, you should actually be working in that field as a carer. And many of them are not getting jobs in that field. It's not like they can't do other jobs.
Yeah.
So people in that situation right now, I know many people received the 60 days.
Yeah.
Some too haven't received the 60 days at all. And they are still looking. What advice, you know, if you're in that limbo, what do you need to do at this moment?
Get a job before you receive the 60 days letter.
So
you can still get a job if you're in the UK. So for example, say that you're still looking for a job, you can still obtain one before you receive that 60 days letter.
Any job or still, because the care industry, some of them are looking for experience.
Yes.
And
so as per the new rules, there's been changes to that. So if you've already been under the healthcare work visa, you don't need to work for the new employer for 3 months.
Oh, lovely.
But if you're switching from a graduate visa, for example, student visa, another skilled work visa route, then you would need to work 3 months for the employer if you're switching to the healthcare visa. Yes.
Okay, so that is when you are switching. Okay.
Yes.
So now if your employer hasn't got a job for you, you are capable of looking for.
Yes.
So now you will not be penalized for doing that under this new rule right now. That is really good to know, because that really hindered a lot of people.
Well, there's a chaos. Many people are worried and everything. Yeah.
So no one should be worried in effect, because if you haven't received any curtailment letter, which is the 60 days letter, let me break it down so it's not legal. So 60 days letter, if you haven't received that from the Home Office, you're okay. You can still look for a job to try and regularize your stay in the UK.
That is incredible. There are some people who are doing other jobs now, even though they are the main applicants. They are not in care, you see. Yeah. So maybe it is time for them to know that this new rule, you can go back and look.
Yeah.
Because I believe they are not covered, isn't it? If they find that you are not working in the specific.
That's correct.
Okay.
Also, something to note that they introduced yesterday is something called the temporary sorted list. So if you're switching to jobs, they've changed jobs around. So depending on the jobs you work, a lot used to be on the shortage occupation list, which they call it the highly skilled work jobs. Now under the temporary shortage list, they call it the medium skilled jobs. So
what's the difference?
So for example, let me give an example. Say a doctor and then a technician, maybe like a automotive technician, may be on the medium skilled work list. This means that you won't be able to bring a dependent if you're on that route. But it's people that are now coming to apply for the skilled work visa. It doesn't apply to people already.
Thank you. This is really good to know, because people are really, really worried, because some of them, their children are back home and they want to do everything to bring them here. So this will not affect them. Okay, let's talk about the switch.
Okay then.
You see, because so many people are switching because their employers are not being able to give them jobs. They are switching to other companies, you see. So what are the requirements in that process? And also, if somebody is switching and they maybe put in the application to Home Office and they invite them for an interview, why would, I mean, I don't know, but I know few people have gone through that. Why would Home Office, when you are switching to a new employer under the skilled worker, why would Home Office call you for an interview? At what reason will they call you? Is there a problem, and do you need to go for that interview? Or can you just throw more light around that?
Okay, so usually
when some people are panicking around.
So in regards to interviews, it's solely random unless there's suspicions with your sponsor that it could be a fake employer, meaning you've been given a fake COS. So the Home Office, sometimes they do random checks. It happens with marriage visas. So also with skilled work, if you've been called for interview, it could be at a random procedure. Also, it could be because they find that there could be deception or fraud involved with your COS, which means certificate of sponsorship. That's why they're carrying out those checks.
Really? So then you go, if you go, you're in trouble. Is it safe for you for them to go for the interview?
So with the Home Office, you have to abide by what they're saying, but you never know. Everything is always 50-50.
They need to come to you so to give them honestly for a proper because I know
I've seen cases, especially one recently, where the person went for an interview and then they got detained at the Home Office because they didn't know their visas had been expired. So that's due to separate, but things like this happen. So when people file applications without legal assistance, these things can occur. You may not know that your visa's expired, or you haven't filed something within the date, then this issue occurs.
Amazing.
So isn't advisable? Said people should never go so they can come to your
I think so. That's the best.
So, like I say, you should always get legal assistance. AKK solicitors were always happy to help.
Yeah, because you can't just walk up and say, come to interview, and then you go.
And then you go, and then you don't know. If you go and then like you're being detained, then it's like all your health. I think there is one story that I know about one person who, I mean, it's like a switch. And then she was invited for the interview. And then it was at that point that the employer told her that, no, I think they maybe went back to see what's the job they've offered her, to say that withdraw your application straight away from the Home Office. Don't go for the interview. Because I think with that role, they need a nurse to be, and there was nothing like that within the company, so they were really panicky.
That's it, because another thing, they also match your job code against your job description. So if it doesn't match, for example, if it's a nursing role and the job description does not match what you're applying for, that means there's a problem with the COS, the certificate of sponsorship, meaning the employer didn't issue check. That's another thing. So sometimes even if the employer's just got a sponsor license, they should go through legals to check everything. Absolutely, it's fine as well.
So what I know about that is that they withdrew the application straight away to avoid any. I mean, their visa hasn't expired, but then to avoid anything. That means a lot of people are going through. You know, but let's talk.
The advice is that whether when you get a letter, seek legal advice.
Number one,
because some people actually don't know the difference between. They'll say that they receive a letter from the Home Office and they don't know that's the curtailment of leave letter, meaning the 60 days. They'll just say, oh, my sponsor license got revoked from my employer, but then I've received the letter, but they don't even know that letter means that you have 60 days to make a new application or leave the UK. They just get the letter and they're not aware. And then the thing has expired, the letter, has expired. Yeah.
You know that many of them, their licenses have been revoked.
Yes.
So it has really... It's like a base care within that industry. Now, all those people who came through, I mean, these carers where their agencies' licenses have been revoked, you know, some of them didn't even notify those they brought, I mean, the workers. They didn't even notify them.
This is very
Many
common,
of them didn't notice. I know some people, they weren't even aware that their licenses have been revoked and they are just in a limbo. Now, now people get to find out that, okay, the agency that brought me, their licenses have been revoked. What do they need to do?
They need to seek, for example, I was talking about the displaced pool of workers.
Yes.
There's a list of sponsor license, so it's registered sponsor license. It appears online, so you can check the list to see what employers have a sponsor license. That's the best place to start. And then whatever department, that sector that you work in, then you can approach those companies. That's the way to start.
But you know, some of these companies too, they are not, when you go to them, they are just taking only like, you can do just 20 hours. Some of them haven't got the jobs available.
So that's not allowed. I know there's a lot of people that have come and then they don't have work, and then they're only working the 20 hours. It's not allowed. You must work your full-time hours. You can work part-time, additional 20 hours under the skilled work visa, but you're not supposed to work the 20 hours. So if it flags up to the Home Office, you can get in trouble.
Then people need to come, honestly. I think people really need to seek for legal help. That is the best way around this thing.
The best way is that those who are watching us, there's advice through solicitors. Because I always explain that dealing with Home Office, if they are not there, there will be no immigration issues
at all.
That's their work. So wherever you are facing, or you sometimes you have to go. If you need prayers, come to me. But if you need a legal advice,
go to AA solicitors.
Don't just make and don't be panicked. Fear is number one killer. What I've learned from people, that they get information from wrong people, and as our professional lawyers sitting down, they are quack lawyers. They don't have any information
at all.
They don't know, but they are sitting in corners, hiding and giving false information and taking your money, and before you realize they are run away. But this young lady, Canary Wharf, a highly respected area. That's where her office, and also a local girl. So she understands people. So the best thing, sometimes when somebody asks me, Bishop, I'm immigration, I say I'm a prayer, I can pray for you. There's no anything about immigration in the Bible. But the people have learned, studied. So when I refer you to them, and they will digest it. She know more, you read them more. So there's a lot of things. I remember this Home Office, as you are saying, is true. About 30 years ago, there were two young men who came from Africa and sought for a political asylum. And they used to come to church in Bristol, and the same application that was made to the Home Office, they invited one interview at Stansted Airport. I went with the guy, and the immigration officer was so cruel, asking him, why don't you, if you are being pursued, why you stop in Holland, why didn't you come out and everything? So you see that we were down. The next day, I was taking one of them to Croydon Home Office. I got there, we were afraid because what we experienced the same at Stansted Airport.
Yes.
But when I gave them the slip, with the gentleman, the immigration officer looked at me and said, oh, you go, you hear from us, that's all. No interview. And the same thing Akua is saying, you may don't know, you may receive a letter, 60 days or not. Don't be afraid. Contact a solicitor. And they are there to encourage you and show you the way. Here, with the immigration program, you can be in Britain. It is one of the strongholds for our life. If you come here today and get to a stay, that means you are not here. But those who have been passing through legal immigration programs, and they are always strong. And that's why God asks us to help another. So listen to everything that he's saying. When the law was passed yesterday, I think he has studied, digested it and everything. And today, even the confidence he's giving us, we are pleased.
It's like she's writing a book. She just, everything is here. She's so
though the law has been passed, there are many places that they can maneuver to regularize your stay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Daddy, let's come to Akua. Can you talk deeper on the new laws, the pros and cons of these new laws that has been passed?
Okay. So let's start with the healthcare work visa.
Yeah.
So in regards to that, if you're under code 6135, so that relates to care workers.
Look at her. And the says everything is there. Oh, I love you, Akua.
It's not already in the paper. Yeah.
No, she knows the law, you see. Excellent.
So this relates to care workers or senior care workers. So if you was under that visa before the 4th of April 2024, your dependents can still switch with you.
Okay.
And that involves, well, by dependents I mean your spouse or your children. Or if you have a child born in the UK. So if you obtain the visa after the 4th of April, you cannot add dependents to that visa if you're applying for the healthcare visa, unless it's under discretion of the Home Office. So that's in regards to you've not had a child in the UK, but you've a child from your sole parent of a child, then you can sponsor the child. But some people still try to apply on that basis, but it's just something to watch out for, because the law does state that you cannot add your dependents if they were not on before the 4th of April.
That's really hard. You see, can't they even go through the family, you know, line? I mean, you know, that everybody has a right to your family then to apply.
So it's at the discretion.
That's the discretion.
The discretion.
Discretion.
Good.
So they can make their
that makes sense. Yeah.
Whatever.
So you need a solicitor to actually help you to deal with that. Okay, continue to explain. We want to know more about.
Yeah. So obviously, as I explained, there's the shortage occupation list and the temporary occupation list. So also there's been a salary increase, threshold increase.
Yes.
So that's to all roles. So the standard role is in the 41,000 region, and for healthcare visa, it's in the 33,000 region.
That is great. Yeah. So what's the difference now between the previous one and the new? So
every job has increased now.
Okay.
So one thing to note, I forgot to mention, is if you got your certificate of sponsorship issued before the 22nd of July, you can still use it to apply, because it will be valid for 3 months. So that means the COS must be issued before the 22nd of July. That will allow you to still apply under the old rules.
Wow. So that means most of them that are here already can apply, isn't it?
No, because some people, they haven't got issued a certificate of sponsorship. They wanted to do the switch. So it's after the 22nd. So you would have had to be applied under the old rules.
Okay. So that means that if you are switching, it doesn't you are not in that category, you can't apply.
So if you're switching, you can still switch, but it's for people now coming onto the skilled work visa it applies to.
That's interesting. There are so many nitty-gritties all there that you need to know where you are falling under and what exactly you need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, can you carry on then? So what are the other pros and cons with the new laws? Yeah.
So I think that's mainly the basis of it, the pros and cons in regards to... Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention RF, the English language requirement. That's what I forgot to mention. So the RFQ3, that was the previous qualification, meaning you can qualify under B1 IELTS. There's a specific qualification, so that's under level 7. Now you must meet RFQ 6, meaning
people wouldn't understand. Look at how she's wrestling the thing.
Sorry, let me break it down. So,
break it down.
Okay, so technically B1 level, you did not need a degree.
Thank you. Now everyone will understand.
You don't need a degree.
Now, after 22nd of July, you need a degree to apply for a skilled work visa.
Really?
But if you're now coming onto the skilled work visa or healthcare visa, if you've previously been under the visa, then you don't need to upgrade to the degree level.
The degree level.
Yes.
Because before, you know, those without the degree, you could be able to apply. So that means they are actually restricting. I think this is restrictive measures to be very selective.
I think they're trying to make it solely highly skilled, people have different professions. So before, it was more broad as to who can get the skilled work visa. Now they're putting it at the degree level. That's what it's.
But the thing is, you know, sometimes back when people have their certificates, but when they do the NARIC,
the UK NARIC, now called the ECTTIS.
So now they've changed it to ECTTIS.
But it's still UK. That's the original name, but it's the ECCTIS.
You know, sometimes when they check your degree from the country you are coming from with the UK one, sometimes it's just reduces it to higher diploma. I don't understand how those things work, because you may feel like you're qualified, you have a degree and then UK tells you that the degree that you are holding is higher diploma, it's not a degree. How does that work?
So the main thing is, they look at, was it taught in English? So in regards to that, I can only advise on the legalities, but in regards to the educational side for the UK NARIC, that's what they called it before, they look at, was it taught in English, that qualification you hold, that's how it's assessed. So I don't know exactly how it's assessed, but that's what the law states.
That's so interesting. UK has very, that's really interesting. So what advice would you give, especially some people have already applied and they are waiting for response from the various countries, whilst this law has just been passed yesterday. So people who have the application sent over, or maybe in the process, and now this new law have come through, will they be affected?
No. So if your application is currently pending before, obviously you put in before the 22nd of July and your certificate of sponsorship was issued before the certificate, before the 22nd of July, and then you're now going to make your application, you don't need to worry. Even in regards to the healthcare, if you're in the UK and you don't have a job because of what's happened with your employer, you can still look.
Yeah.
So keep trying to get a job. And even if you're here without a job, there's still ways to try and regularize your stay.
Okay, what about those whose visas have expired but they are still here?
So there's other routes that they may wish to look at.
So they need to see a solicitor.
Yeah,
the best thing around this is come and see you, you know. Viewers, as she's explained, you can really, you know for yourself. She knows, she's just talking at the top of her voice. Everything is just there. So please see a solicitor. I think that is the best advice you could give. Because what I've seen is that in our community, everyone is saying everything. But as you sit down to explain, that's why I'm asking you questions of what we've heard around, you see. I can see that if you do not seek a solicitor's advice, you can make a mistake.
That's it. A lot of people don't like to seek help, even in terms of documentation. Even if you don't want a lawyer to do your application, even from the outset, if you bring your documentation and a lawyer goes through it, they'll tell you this is what's needed, this is not what's needed.
Absolutely.
And then it has better interest to be granted by the Home Office. So
great. So when somebody is coming to you, what do they need to bring?
So
can you do some, because some people maybe live outside London, they may say, I mean, they can't travel. What are your services like? How do you serve your customers and people who need your help?
So since COVID, everything's changed. So you can, there's remote Zoom, Microsoft Teams, even over the phone, we do phone consultation, any means necessary. And then obviously we have clients from all over, so even you can send your documentation through email, we'll liaise over the phone and just make sure everything's done, because COVID changed a lot basically, let's put it that way. So there's other means.
So that means don't worry, wherever that you are,
even in Ghana we assist.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, because so many people have their relatives who are in that process, so maybe it's really good for them to come and speak to you and your firm, and then you'll be able to help them, direct them, you know, the right way forward. Archbishop, do you have more to ask?
The only thing is that my advice is that people are ignorant and people give wrong advices. But the best thing is that this young lady has studied and set herself apart. She knows more about the legal system. Not only there are qualified lawyers there. And the whole thing about the COS and every workers and everything, we can explain it.
Yeah.
But if you have time, there's no any situation that can never be solved.
It's true.
Where you are here, everything a solicitor can help you. Many people are giving people wrong advices. They are not lawyers. They are not, but because they are in the communities, they are deceiving people.
It's worse on TikTok. People, it's worse. Every time you go on there, you see some people, they hide their face behind videos and they are giving advice. Then this, oh yes. I've stumbled upon few of them, They talk
let's avoid
in language,
that Great Britain, they respect the law. And when you go through the right way, you will be well and you'll be saved. There's a lot of issues that is there, but let us use them. I mean, it's a wonderful. She knows more. she reads more. Because every time things are changing, it's not just only because the world is changing everywhere. You see, when President Donald Trump came, a lot of things are happening in America. And when you're about to travel to America, people will say, do this. But when you get to the immigration, you see that everything was calm.
It's true.
The same thing, that the system is a bit confused to us. Every day the news will be coming on, all this is going to happen, there's going to change. Now, when she started explaining things, that it comes as to a bit understanding. A lot of people are coming to me, but let us go through her. I encourage you, because there's no any darkness where you can never locate. When light comes, the light may be tiny, but that it will shine.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now let's come to the COS, which has caused a lot of
confusion.
And this has caused a lot of employers their licenses to operate. It's also makes a lot of people stranded because of how they came in. The issues are countless. Maybe you being a lawyer, you can even share more than what we already know. Can we discuss that around that a little bit, and why it's become a problem, and that this is why these all new laws have come to pass. You know, can we talk more about the COS? Currently, if you need a COS, what do you need to do?
So before you even approach an employer and they give you an offer, check they're on the registered of sponsored licenses. So there's a whole list online. If you type in registered sponsors, government website, yes, that will show all the sponsors that have a sponsor license. So if you don't, there's obviously recognized institutions like universities, the police, but when it comes to care homes, because there's so many, if it doesn't appear on the list, it's a very long list, but if it doesn't appear, I would be slightly worried. A lot of people don't even do background check. You can't just receive a COS and not check whether it's a true entity or not.
That's good. Background check.
So everybody must go to the government website and check, or maybe go to your solicitor. I think when you want, if you are within that category, seek legal help. Many people, especially Ghanaians, they don't want to pay money.
I know.
See, they don't, and it bothers me. You want to live here. You want to, something that you want to enjoy for the rest of your life. Why? It's not every money that you have to chop. It's not every money you have to chop and buy food. Come out of that mindset and go and seek for help. You are coming to us. You are speaking to us. Me, I'm not a lawyer. I can't help you. Yes, because now it's so, the entanglement is too much. It's like a cobweb. So the best thing to do is go and get a solicitor. Pay your fees, let them handle it for you. I think that will help, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, you were talking, sorry I had to jump in, but I think the COS issue is a big problem. So
that's the main thing. Do background check to check whether that is a kosher employee. And if it is, then if they're willing to offer you the job, then they can issue you a certificate of sponsorship, which you then can use to apply for your skilled work visa or healthcare visa, whichever you wish to do.
What about companies which are not care homes?
So you want to know how do you check them out?
Yes.
It would be the same procedure.
Oh.
Yes. Everyone is listed on the registered of sponsored workers.
Great.
All companies are registered.
Because before it wasn't like that, so now they've put them all out there. So
it's always been there. It's just that people probably don't know. So if you're not
using their knowledge and to make
So someone says I've offered you a job today, you don't even check the company. They'll issue me a COS. I've even had cases where people, they've just seen the COS and they don't even know the employer, and they said that how do they check whether it's a true COS or not? You need to do these checks. That's how they're getting into predicament when they find out it's a fake COS.
That's the best thing, to the knowledge of people. Before even somebody promise you COS and everything, let's check the genuity
of it,
of the alliances. That has caused many problems, and many people, I think I've seen about 3 people committed suicide.
Yes, of course.
A gentleman committed suicide because he has a workshop with some boys and everything working for him, but he sold
everything
and came here. and he hung himself.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Now what he's saying to us, very important. That's why today we're proud to bring her to the studio. No, it's not going to be the first day. He's going to give us more advice. Everything that happens, there's a way out. There's a way, but we have to check it out.
Check it out.
Even when we were at the program, at the PHS, somebody called me. How can he invite somebody from Ghana? Can I help? I said, I can't help, because before we understand about the COS, a lot of people have taken advantage and set themselves as agents and everything. There were about
it's a cartel. It's like they work as a cartel.
The first lady, somebody came to me, and because the guy who died at the airport, she came through COS.
Okay.
Yes, in August last year.
Yeah, the guy who came in.
And when another lady was coming, he came through Ethiopian Airlines, and she called me, and then we met, and said, the person who organized for them, immediately they got their visa, she took the money from them. Heavy money.
Oh, wow.
And when they start coming, they call and call and call, and no response.
Oh, wow.
So
It's
the
where
beginning, they have got into the country from airport, they are stranded. And you can't locate them. And there's some people who became an agent, and they fly to maybe Ghana, Nigeria, and collect all the money.
They have an agent there. Before they go, they have somebody who has been a point of contact.
I hear about that a lot in asylum, when they come on the boat. So.
Yeah. If someone is switching, does the new employer have to collect money to do that?
That's subject to the employer. That's usually all. Obviously, when you're applying for a job, it's free.
Yes.
So the employer shouldn't collect money. But in regards to whether the employer is maintaining you in the UK, that's different, or you maintain yourself. But an employer taking money to get a job, no. That shouldn't happen. So something there's not correct. If it's for maintenance, so they ask, will your employer be maintaining you, or will you be maintaining yourself?
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I'm not.
Things are going on.
Call me just confidential that somebody demanding about 14K.
Yes.
So
yes,
to switch something.
The switch is crazy. That is another. When they realize that this wasn't working, it is gone to the switch. They charge you. I mean, yeah. On air, so.
But then a lot of people won't want to get the legal assistance. If you come through legal assistance,
that is, you don't even need to pay that money.
You don't need to, because jobs are free itself to apply from an employer. It shouldn't be charged. The only thing, like I said, is in regards to maintenance. If
you find yourself in that predicament,
what do you have to do?
Government for help.
When somebody finds themselves in that predicament, they want to switch. There is the job, and they ask you pay £5,000 or something like that.
So if you've been asked money by an employer, I wouldn't go to that employer.
Okay.
Because it shouldn't be asked. You shouldn't be getting money from someone that you're coming to employ.
Because many people are, there are so many people in that category, and they are all fighting for survival. Maybe they are also taking advantage of it. So if you pay this, then I'll give you that. You see, so because people are desperate, they are going for it, even though they know that it is illegal.
Okay.
You see,
what we want to get to the root is that the government knew all those who have come to COS depend on everything. And now they have stopped the visas. And so if somebody is in this type of situation, where do they get the support from the government about the switching and everything?
So all these are on government websites. So there's hierarchy. So if you look at the skilled work visa, for example, online, the actual official government sites, or the healthcare work visa online, then you will see links with which will show the registered list of sponsored workers, and that will help you. That's if you're going to file something by yourself. So there's actual government sites. I wouldn't go elsewhere apart from the recognized government sites.
My point is,
thank you.
I think with COS, and the person has failed you. So what are you? Can you approach the government to say, okay, I came with this guy and the person has failed me?
No.
Okay, so let me just repertoire the question so that everyone can know. So if you came here with a COS and the employer has failed you, what is the channel to get assistance from? Can you go to the government? Do you have to report? What do you need to do to survive?
So if the employer has failed you, the first point of call would be get legal advice.
Good.
That would be the first point of call, because if you go to the Home Office, you fell chance that your visa will be curtailed, meaning you'll receive the 60 days letter.
Ah, so you don't show up there if you haven't...
So if it's a fake sponsor anyway, they wouldn't report to the Home Office that this employee hasn't worked for me.
Yeah.
So if the Home Office find out, that's when you'll receive the letter. So there's a lot of people that have not received that letter because the Home Office are not aware that this sponsor is fake.
Ah, thank you. But do you know that now you've just reminded me, you know that some employers actually took some of their members to the Home Office directly?
Yeah, they do.
Just to avoid them from Home Office coming to them to investigate.
Because they'll get their sponsor license will get revoked.
Revoked. Yes. So they've done that to few people.
Yes.
And I was wondering, why would you do that? You know, why would you sacrifice people that I don't know exactly the reason behind it, but they did that purposely.
So their sponsor license doesn't get revoked. That's the sole reason they would do that. So they can take on new employees or rebuild their company and get. So that's the whole point. They want to hold on to their sponsor license, so they don't care what happens to that employee.
What about the dependents? At what point do they become a problem? You know, those who have come, they mostly came with their dependents.
Yeah.
Some of them are their husbands, some of them are their wives. And because of how all this job thing is, some of them have relocated and they are not living together.
Yeah.
And it's the whole story is like survival.
Yeah.
So the dependent is looking for survival somewhere. Then the main applicant is looking for survival somewhere. How does it happen when they maybe get to the point of renewing their visa?
That's a big problem. If you're a dependent, you're supposed to live with your partner, because when it comes to filing an application, you have to show you've been living in the same house. So for example, if you've lived with them for they look at the last 2.5 years.
Okay.
So if you're living elsewhere, you could actually get in trouble for that. Your visa could be refused as a dependent if you can't show proof of living together. It's usually 6 documents in your name, 6 documents in your partner's name. So that's a problem.
Ah, so then it's a problem indeed.
Yeah.
Because that means, so what advice will you give to dependents out there? They think that, oh, I'm free, I can do whatever I want, I'm already here, I have 3 years,
the restrictions are less on the dependents, but you need to live with your partner, because that's the whole point. You're dependent on your partner, even though you can work and stuff.
Yes.
You still need to live together. That's the main thing.
Please, if you are in this situation, seek a solicitor's help.
Yeah.
Come and see Akua. You know, her name is a Ghanaian. She speaks the language. She understands. I just love her intelligence. She understands everything in and out. I believe this is the time for people to come and see you, so that your firm helps them out. And if you're out there giving any quack advice to people, please stop it. Because you end up jeopardizing people's future. And that is what is going on, where, oh, I didn't know. Oh, somebody told me. Oh, somebody has done this. Oh, somebody did this. Your case may be different. Seek a solicitor's help. That is the best way forward around all these new laws, the CEO, the jumble of works and all that going on. You need help. If you don't, it is your own cup of tea. Because what I've known about Home Office is, until you go there, you can do whatever you want. But when the time comes to reapply, they will find you out.
That's when the issue happens. So it's even in regards, as I was talking about, the part-time 20 hours. If you're not working full-time, you don't have working, you're working 20 hours. When you renew your visa, it's an issue, because you can't show pay slips that you've worked full-time for your main employer. So you need to switch jobs. If someone comes to me, the first advice I'll give is, and you don't have an employer, make sure that you get a new employer. That would be my first advice, because it's not going to go well. It's either you will receive a 60 days letter, or you will be without visa if that expires and you haven't tried to find a new sponsor.
Okay,
wow,
that's good.
Interesting.
People are eager to know more about you and your contacts.
Absolutely.
I think people are in need. We are in a crisis time. Yeah.
Okay. So she's going to share her details, her website, where you can locate them physically. Canary Wharf people, so many people come there and take pictures.
Yeah.
I know people who come there purposely for their birthday pictures, you know, and come and eat and go. Now there is a reason to come there and seek help or direct people there. So Akua, share everything around you.
That pass you at Canary Wharf.
Train is DLR. It goes there. The Jubilee line goes there. The Elizabeth line also comes there.
Yeah, so that is already accessible.
Accessible.
Okay, so firm name AKK Solicitors. You can find us. Our website is www.akksolicitors.co.uk. Our office number is 0208 050 0868. Let me repeat that again. 0208 050 0868. We're also on Instagram, AKK Solicitors, and you can also find us on TikTok, AKK Solicitors.
Good. AKK. So do you have a full meaning for that, or is just A?
It's Akua Kwapong. That's actually the name behind it. It's
lovely.
actually my actual name.
Oh,
but
nice.
It's AKK Solicitors.
I'm trying to locate you here so that I can follow you straight away. AKKA.
No, AKK.
AKK Solicitors.
Kilo.
So wherever, when you are watching us live, while maybe especially those who are in UK and those who are with dependents, main applicants, and the issues about visas and everything, you don't have to be panic. Even if you came to education, you can switch.
Yes.
There's a switch, but you have to get the right information. Right information. Akua firm
AKK
Solicitors. They are based in Canary Wharf. Jubilee can take you there. Elizabeth line can take
where about in Canary Wharf? So that, I mean, do you have your postcode? Is it a walk-in?
It's subject to appointment because you know legals is very busy. So if you contact us, our office number, as I said, 0208 050 0868. If you contact us, then we'll be able to book you initial consultation and see how we go about your matter. We also do phone consultation, so if it's not within region, like we do visas from all across Ghana.
Thank you.
Everywhere, so yes, we'll be happy to assist.
Well, the telephone number again, I think our producer
0208
0208. Can you say it again?
050
050
0868.
0868.
Yes.
Amazing. Good. So if you've joined us on Omega TV UK,
no, AKK. So Alpha Kilo, yeah.
Solicitors. Yeah. I've followed them on TikTok. You can also follow them on Instagram. You're on Facebook, right?
Yes, as well.
Good. You follow them on Facebook, Twitter?
No, so Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and website, of course.
And website, no Snapchat, yeah?
No Snapchat.
Good, amazing, great. So thank you so much, thank you. Do you have any final advice you want to give, any greetings you want to throw out there to your loved ones, your workers, and you know?
Yeah, just say hi to everyone, hi to my mom, hi to my daughter, Sienna. Just people, if you're with problem with visa, make sure you sort it out, because I know there's a lot of people that have been here for a very long time that have not sorted out their visa. So get the right information and sort it out. And even if you're on a visa, do not go for an agent. Get the correct legal advice to do your switches. We know the law, so we're happy to assist.
Tell them to come to you. Don't say get the correct, say come to me. That is how it should
That's
be.
The number 0208
you are here. Where should
050
come to
0868 and you get the right info. 0208 050 0868. That's the right thing. Akua, can you lighten us?
So the number is on there right now.
Those who have stayed here for 20 years, the long stay.
Okay, so let me briefly touch on that. So if you're auntie and uncle who obviously you came in the UK and you haven't had your papers for 20 years, then you can regularize your stay on that basis. By that, I mean you'll be able to get a visa. It's not indefinite leave to remain, but you'll be able to renew 2.5 years until you reach 10 years. Then you can get your indefinite. So there is a way. Before it used to be 14 years, then the Home Office changed the law to 20 years. So we do those applications all the time. So even if you've worked during this period, when it comes to time of submitting an application, you can show pay slips
because
that you've worked
on somebody's name. Yes.
Yeah, so you literally need to show the 20 years from when you got here. They need evidence that you've been in the country. So character reference, maybe your bishop, even Archbishop, for example, from schools. GP registration is always a good one if you've been registered at a GP for a long time. But AKK solicitors, we do these type of applications, so you can ask us.
I think the problem that people are facing with the 20-year rule is getting the evidence.
Yeah, that one's
because so many people, they did work, but they were not giving pay slips.
Yeah, they were working under somebody's
name.
So
some people are right now there, but they don't have any documentation. I've had people reach out to me like, because I do events, can you come out with the leaflets that we did where I was on to show the date and time as a proof? So sometimes I have to dig my Facebook. Sometimes you don't post all. I think I should start posting every. I have so many events I haven't posted even a half of them. So I think it's good to post them. Because I had to go back to my Facebook page and see when it was, when did I see a picture, something to signify something. Because they haven't got the pay slips. They haven't got those things, and they have been here. It's so frustrating. It's very sad.
And when
they've grown
2.5 years.
Yes, that's the sad thing. And
that's the sad thing.
But a lot of people are scared because if they know to keep their documents from when they came, because some people have lived in places, places, they've moved. But the biggest thing I'd always say, GP registration is a good one. If your GP will show your medical record from when you came till, even if you moved addresses, you can retrieve through previous GPs that you may have been registered. That's always good to look at.
Amazing. I think GP1 is really, really good. Unless possibly,
you are not able to get up to the 20 years, proof up to 20 years. What are your chances?
Your chances are slim if you can't prove 20 years. You need to show at least one documentation for each year.
What?
Under the 20 years.
One document? This is wicked. One documentation for each year?
Yes,
because
they want to know from, obviously, over the course of the 20 years. So if you can't meet the 20-year requirement, there's other visa routes like dependent child on the basis of a British parent of a British child, partner, EU settlement route.
Something like that.
Those are the two routes that you can look at.
And if you haven't got any of them?
Then it's not good. Unless there's medical circumstances under human rights. So that's the Home Office will give you that discretion. Sometimes there's certain discretion, like under bereavement, for example, you came and then your partner was British and then your partner sadly passed, that type of basis. But that's the route.
How strong is a church reference for people like that? Because sometimes they have been in the church, some of them are leaders, some of them have served in different dimensions, and you'll be able to prove over the years, I've known this person as a character reference and vouch for them on what they have done within that period. How strong it is if they haven't got all these payslips.
So there's something called the good character requirement across all applications. So even church reference is really good because it will validate that that person is of good character. Because, for example, say in criminality, not saying that people have criminality, but if for any reason you've got into criminality, then you go to your pastor for a character reference, then that would hold weight.
Amazing. What about those who have changed? You know, some people came in on other people's names and then they changed their names. Bishop, you know this, isn't it? They changed their names.
So you have to use your name.
There's no consistency around because they've used other people's name and other people's NI before they even got their own one way or the other, but still you see, so there is no that consistency over the period. So how can you justify those things?
So even with that, it would start from when you started using your name, unfortunately. Because if you've used someone, it doesn't have trace that you've been in the country under your name. So the Home Office only know that person as they've entered the UK under, if that's their name.
So what about if you have a passport document to show?
So that means you haven't entered the country if you haven't entered on your actual name.
Oh God, help us. So if you are listening and you want to come to, that's why now we are telling them, don't force yourself to travel if you are not coming the legal way. Now it's worse. Because you come in, you get a con man, or what name do they call them?
Agents.
A connection man. You pay lots of money, and you come in like this.
Lovely man, that's why the solicitors has undergone the studies. I know a lot of cases come to my office, and sometimes the solicitors advise they need maybe some small letter to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
To send the application. But the best thing, sometimes we speak to the solicitors and see what they want us to write, because it has to be just to fit how the solicitor can present the case. So what our discussion tonight is that there's a way out, because we all have been through there, but you have to seek the support and advice. And you can call 0208 050 0868, 0208 050 0868. And Archbishop, I'm also a point of contact. Anyone call me, I can get you through to my granddaughter, Akua, and my number, you know it, 07956 939 724. There are a lot of issues, but we can never give you all the answers. The answers are here in the book, because we don't read. And people, because ever since, I know we all have been the victim of immigration.
It's true.
If we're there, somebody, prominent person, I know somebody here, and if somebody tell you know somebody from Home Office, tell him it's a lie. Because it's not like what we do in Africa. The nurse connection contact in Home Office. It's a process. Every second they change their laws. And so if you get a solicitor who follows them, they can always give you the right advice. The best thing, do not be ignorant about, because many people are becoming victims. And know what, I won't say it because we are on the, we are speaking to the public. We have all been there before. We have all been victims before, but we don't want you to fall as a victim. So far as you have entered the post, either through Heathrow, Gatwick, Sunset, everywhere, through the sea, when you enter this country, there's a way out.
There is a way out.
But you need to speak to solicitor. And
don't leave it too late. Many people are so afraid, they hide until they need to reapply. That's when the problem all kick in. If you seek help now I know some people I'm going to speak to after henceforth. Go there, I'll just take your contact. Go and share your story, and I'm hoping they'll be bold to come, because some mistakes needs to be rectified before it is too late. Go and see AKK Solicitors at Canary Wharf. The number is on the screen.
Yeah.
Her website is there. She's available to support. If you call any of us, me lovely, if you inbox me on my page anywhere, we will point you to the right source. Please seek help. I can see that there are so many problems around.
Yeah, personally, yes, before I came to the studio, one of my friend Bishop called me. There's a family who's they know, and they are working, and but the people have stopped them, and they say they have to go back to maybe Ghana with their family. These people borrowed money
to come,
so it has become a headache. And the switch, as I said, somebody's charging them thousands to switch, and they don't have it. And so I think I'll let them speak to you.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a way out. That's why Akua and others are there. So you can call 0208 050 0868, and there will be a right answer to calm you down. So far as you have entered here, there's a way out. I tell you.
Your last greetings, your last advice to our audience, and she's going to come back. She's going to come back again. Yeah.
I also forgot to add, you can also email us, because some people, I know from DMs, so you can email us at info@akksolicitors.co.uk. Okay, so that's info @akksolicitors.co.uk. And just want to say, if you have any problems, just come to us and we'll be happy to assist all immigration matters.
Thank you. Any greetings?
Just Hi to everyone.
Can you
Your mommy
can you go through your social media, not the number, but just your social media links?
Okay then.
Again,
So we've got Instagram. You can find us at Instagram, AKK Solicitors. Then we've got TikTok, AKK Solicitors. So I post regularly on the TikTok and Instagram just insights to the law and what's going on in regards to different sectors in regards to immigration. So that's TikTok, AKK Solicitors, Instagram, AKK Solicitors, and then you can also check our website. We're regulated by the Solicitors Regulation Authority, so we're all above board. It's not agents. I'm a registered solicitor, so
you're not an agent. You're not saying.
No.
So you can find us on the Solicitors Regulation Authority. My name's Akua Kwapong. To double check that if you're dealing with a solicitor, you can find us regulated on there.
Excellent. So if you join in today on all our social media platforms, this is also going to go through live on our Omega TV stations.
Sorry, it's info@akksolicitors.co.uk.
.co.uk.
Yeah.
info@akksolicitors.co.uk.
Yes.
We are going to put them on our live so that you'll be able to, contact them. This information is not just for people in United Kingdom. It's also for people in Africa countries and everywhere. Because they are all asking. Sometimes people are calling me. They think you're in UK. You know everything. I'm not a lawyer. I tell them I'm so sorry, and I don't want to. I'm so afraid to commit myself to anybody. I say, please seek help. Seek help. I don't know anything about this. It's all like intertwined. And I'm not the right person to speak. Go and see a lawyer to help you. So I'm so happy that Omega TV UK is in 46 countries. So programs like this.
Go far.
Yes, which we're going to rebroadcast and rebroadcast.
Bonjour, Cameroon, Togo, everywhere, Ivory Coast.
It's going to help a lot.
Can you speak Swahili?
No, Bona Sifiwe. That one I know. Bona Sifiwe. So because we've got Swahili people in our church, Okay. So thank you so much. If you join us today, we had Akua Kwapong, who has her own legal practice at Canary Wharf, AKK Solicitors. That is the name. The contact number is there. We've put the email address live. You can see, you can screenshot, you can send it to all of your contacts or people who need legal advice. The new law being passed in the United Kingdom, that is what we've come to discuss. And as we discuss, you can realize that there are so many things intertwined. There are so many nitty-gritties that if you are in that situation, a friend, a colleague, don't be a legal person advising them. I think everybody needs a solicitor who
go
can
to the right place
in the right way. So go to the right way. We are not agents. I'm not a legal practitioner. I can't advise you. So please pick up the number. That's why we've brought her to the studios to help you, to help your neighbor, to help your family member, to help your friend. Pick up the number, pick up the email, go to the website, and go and seek knowledge. Please, the money that you have, especially, I'm begging our people, don't think you are going to pay money. What do you expect? Her time and her resources. You want it to, it is never free. Yeah. You pay for your consultation money and they are going to hold your hand and lead you through. And that will help you to have a peace of mind. Instead of people committing suicide, having pressure, having anxiety, depression, and people are just walking about, they feel like the world has come to an end. No, go to the right place. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is a disease. For the right advice. And I believe it will help you. So thank you so much for coming to Community News and to Omega TV Studios to help. After you come back from your holidays, we are going to schedule more because we believe that people are going to reach out to us and then you'll be able to dive deeper. And we want to also promote your firm through this media means so that people will locate you. And I believe that especially people will come to the right place for the help and for the support
and for the right advice,
and for the right advice that they need. So thank you very much. Thank you. But do you have anything to say to her before we,
that's all.
We sign
do
off?
Not be ignorant. The right way. There's a way out. I trust you that there's a way out. You are not going to be deported. Nothing. There's a way out. But let's seek the right information.
Even touching on deportation, last week, a man had 1 day to leave the UK. We actually solved that case. He's still in the UK.
Incredible.
Yeah, we're able to.
They had 1 day to leave.
Yes, he instructed us late. but we still was able to solve it.
You see?
Bless you. There's a way out.
See, there is a way out. Just go to the right place, right source. If you need prayers, you come to Archbishop, he pray for you. But legal matters,
then
God has placed people
do.
there to do. We are here to present. So if you need presenters, we will present. But when it comes to legal issues, thank God we've got people representing us within our community who will be there to support you. So thank you so much. And a great blessing to you.
Before we go, we're going to go to the notice board, and then
it's almost 11 that day. Are we doing notice board?
Yeah.
So that
you can do the notice board.